Hello, and welcome back. Today we are talking about what to charge. This is a very important topic, and it's a topic that if we don't come up with an answer, it can really slow down the progress of our business. And I know so many people get really stuck in the what to price because it's emotional, it's confusing. What if I get it wrong? There are so many things that are going on here. So today I have 5 points for you to journal on, use as exercises to hopefully find some answers. And what I want you to take away with this is for you to come up with a price. That is the aim of the game, a price that is going to feel really good to you, that you can put on your website and begin to welcome in that price into your business. That is the only aim right here and right now. There's no point trying to please all the people or do all of the things. Now is your time to welcome in money so you can do what you love. Okay, number 1. There is no right answer. Even though there might be some shouty, loud people on the internet saying, this is what you need to be doing, this is the only way, or get my 3-step formula and guarantee you know all of those phrases. There is no one set price. It isn't like there's somebody who comes round and says, this is what it is. I mean, even if we look at things which you might think are kind of regulated, gas and electricity, they're always chopping and changing their pricing all of the time. Even going and buying a banana. We eat a lot of bananas in this house, and I was even talking to my mum the other day because they eat a lot of bananas in their house as well. And you can sometimes go in a supermarket and they're 29p each, and that's quite significant if you're buying a big bunch. I'm going to leave banana chat there, but you know, all of these places where you think it's going to be a certain amount and that's what they charge, everything is subject to change. So this idea that we stay stuck until we feel like we have the right answer, it's keeping us small. And ultimately, when we stay small, we don't earn money. We don't move our business on. We don't do the thing. And so what I want you to do today is to decide on a price and begin to charge it, and then make your tweaks later down the line. You might put something out there and you sell out of it, and then you think, hang on a minute, is this right? Or equally, you might put something out and nobody buys anything for a week. Maybe there's a little price difference that you need to make. Maybe you need to introduce a payment plan, whatever it might be. There's no right answer. Number 2, money mindset. I have read so many books on money mindset over the years because once I tapped in to this phrase of money mindset, I couldn't leave it alone. And I wanted to learn more. I wanted to learn more about myself. And it was like an onion. I was peeling back all of the layers thinking, wow, I've got a lot to uncover here. But it's all about what you believe and you understanding what is underneath all of your decisions. And this is open-ended, and I'm going to leave a couple of book recommendations underneath because this might help you with some of your money mindset. I really want you to get to know your decision-making process in terms of selling, in terms of pricing. Why are you doing what you're doing? And again, I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's really good to understand why you are doing certain things. Are you somebody who always discounts? Are you always somebody that changes the price at the last minute? Or doesn't stand firm in their price and instead just says, well, you know, or like, give me whatever you can? Are you somebody that's always running a discount because you don't feel comfortable with somebody buying something from you at full price? I want you to understand what you are believing. Are you really, really connected to that thing that you are selling? And maybe you are somebody who would pride themselves on, you can just sell anything to anybody. You don't need to be in integrity. It doesn't need to feel good. You just love the chase. You love to be able to sell things. But for most of us, we like to have that connection. We like to have that moment where we are in the pricing, we're in the process. It feels really good. Value for money. And I've definitely noticed this over the years, that if I was going to put my hand up for certain things, I would put my hand up to say, yes, I can help with this, with only things that I knew that I could really help with and charge for them. And I think what happens is that we somehow think we have to be the best in the world before we can do those things. And we don't. But working in integrity and seeing where that fits within your business model is really, really important. Number 3, what can you hold in your body? There are some people who can hold huge amounts of money. And there's somebody that I have known a long time actually, and I'm always interested and fascinated by the way that she holds conversations. And I've seen her do this a lot over the years. Actually, I'm thinking about 2 or 3 people now. The way they can command a price, the way that they do not waver. They are so strong and so stoic in what they think. And yet there are some people out there who cannot hold money in their body. They can't even say it. So even saying the first thing of, it costs this much, they quickly follow up with or like whatever you can pay. Or they go, oh, I don't know if I should be charging for this. We all have our little repartee things that we have going on. And it's time for you to explore them. If you want to make the kind of money that you know that you're capable of, we have to declutter all of this chit chat around pricing and get to the point. Because I know as the customer, if I'm looking for the price, I don't want all of this. Well, it's this and I hope and I wish and I'm just not sure. And let me follow it up in an email. I'm like, please just tell me the price. Because then I know where we are. And then I know what's happening. And then I can say yes or no and have that agency. So really understanding what happens in your body when you start to talk about money. And I want you to begin to practice that right now. Don't wait till you get on a sales call and go, right, okay, now I'm going to tell them what the price is, or now I'm going to charge the most amount of money I've ever charged in my life. Start now. Start practicing now. See where the wobbly parts of the conversation are so you can then work on them. Number 4, the advantages of what you sell. There's sometimes this mindset that when we charge for something, we are taking other people's money away. And over the years, I have had interesting conversations, all the conversations. And I'm pleased to say I haven't had many refund requests over the years, like only maybe a couple, but often it's because of something emotional. I shouldn't have paid for this coaching because actually I needed that money to buy food for my kids, or whatever the thing might be. And I think that lots of us might carry that thing of where we feel like we're taking something away from somebody when they give us money. We're taking their money. And actually what we're doing is we're giving them so much. If you're a business leader who is heart-centered, who is full of integrity, who wants to do a great job, I have no doubt that you are really delivering in this exchange. And so instead of getting caught in that, oh my goodness, I'm taking that money away from them, what you're doing is you're flowing. And you're moving things around, and you are helping somebody. Not only, like I always have a thing in my mind, when I have in the back of my mind of what I charge for something, I want them to make 10 times plus that. I want that investment to be the beginning of the next chapter. And so what I want you to do is to write down all the advantages of having this product. So for example, Jam and Plan, it's £97. You can save £20 if you enter the coupon code. It's in the under £100 section. That Jam and Plan course is £97. And if you don't have that £97 readily available, or it's not been earmarked for something else, that might seem like a lot of money for 4 workshops, essentially. But that £97 could give you 10 grand. This is how I'm thinking about it. 10 grand of knowledge, sales, direction, limiting beliefs, stuff you need to iron out. You can build a pricing menu that's going to land you, I don't know, speaking gigs or whatever it might be. So that is the way that I'm thinking. And when I know that if somebody gives me £97 and then they go on to 10x that, I know that that's going to change their life. I know that's going to change their family's life. I know that's going to change their mental health, how they show up in the world, how they circulate that money in their community, what they buy, etc., etc., etc. So I really want you to get stuck in to the advantages. On the flip side, which is number 5, what if they don't? Now, Jam and Plan, I'm using this as an example because it's 97 quid and it's brilliant for fast action. So you don't have to stay stuck for the rest of your life or the rest of the month. You can do these 4 workshops, and by the end of the 4 hours, you have answers. You have a sense of direction. You can see where your gaps are. It's almost like standing back and going, right, okay, this is what it is. And you're doing it from that very practical place. You're not doing it from I just don't know what to do and I'm so overwhelmed and I'm so frustrated. You're not in that headspace. You're in that grounded energy. Okay, got it. Right. It's this and I need to work on this. No wonder this stuff has been happening over here, because this stuff over here they're not talking to each other. You will have all of these things. And what I find is when I talk to people who are stuck, is often they've been in the same place for a long, long time. And I don't want to live with regret, personally. I don't want to be in that situation of coulda, woulda, shoulda. And I heard that all the time, especially when I was starting out as an actor, where people were like, well, you know, I tried to do that, or I started doing that, and then da-da-da-da-da-da. And I thought, no, I'm going to give my portfolio career everything I've got. There is no plan B. I'm going to make this work. I'm going to see if I can make it work. So looking at this in this way of what happens if this client doesn't make the move. Now, that's not to say that we push or we convince or we scaremonger or anything like that. But this work is important. Your work is important. You don't want clients who are just like, yeah, well, I was going to do this thing 10 years ago and then I just didn't. I just didn't think it was possible for me. You want to be that person who is the guiding light saying, no, this is possible. And I know that this feels stretchy right now to do these 3 things. But I tell you what, the version of you 3 years from now, you're going to look back on that day and go, and I've had it with Jam and Plan. I did it in 2020. The number of people who go, wow, that really changed everything for me. Jam and Plan 2020, 8th of June, that's when I launched it. When people were confused, we thought that we'd be out of lockdown. We weren't. It was a lot. It was a lot. And so I want you to think about what would happen if these people don't do these things. And some of them might be, very small, it's easy to do, easy not to do. But we're also talking about people's lives here. Those points where people really need to make some mega moves. I hope that's been useful. If you want to check out Jam and Plan, please do so. If you want to create your income pie, do so as well. There are 3 ways to join and all the details are down below. Lots of love. Bye.